Welcome or welcome back. Before we start, we want to give a big thank you and a big shout out to all of our subscribers. So give us a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about protecting workbooks, worksheets, and cells. For students and professionals, this is something that you do need to know if you're using Excel. So, why would you want to protect a workbook, a worksheet, or a cell? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but the first ones that come to mind is that we want to keep people from making changes to our workbook or worksheet. Probably put it in only a read-only format to keep the data, the integrity of the data. And another reason is you just want to maybe give them control of certain cells. You may want them to just edit certain cells and not the entire workbook. So those are some reasons for protecting a workbook, a worksheet, or a cell. Protecting a sheet. The first thing we would do is we would go to Review on our tab, and we would go to the ribbon, and we would see the Protect Sheet icon. Click on that, and you can either protect your sheet by using a password, or you can just hit OK. If you hit OK, and someone tries to enter information in any of the cells, you're going to get this error. The cell of the chart you're trying to change is on a protected sheet. To make a change, unprotect the sheet. You might be requested to enter a password. We're going to hit OK on that. So the user is not able to make any changes. But if they're Excel savvy, they'll know that all you can do is just go up to Unprotect Sheet, hit Review, go to Unprotect Sheet, and the sheet is now unprotected. That's why it's best to use a password. So let's do that again. We're going to go to Review, Protect Sheet. Now we're going to use a password. Excel asks you to re-enter the password to proceed. And now the worksheet is protected. And you get the error again. Now, if the user goes up and tries to unprotect the sheet, a password is needed. So nothing can be done unless a password is used. We're going to enter the password. And now the sheet is unprotected. Protecting the workbook basically protects the structure of the workbook. Before we even go through that scenario, before we even protect it, we can insert worksheets, we can insert charts. Let's insert one, for instance. We can delete them if we want. We can rename it. We can say, I don't know, tab 1. We can delete it if we want. But if we decide that we want to go ahead and protect this workbook, we're going to hit Review, Protect Workbook. And once again, we have the option of either putting in a password or not putting in a password. So, and as you can see, it gives you the option to protect the structure. So we're going to hit OK without putting a password. And now when I try to insert or delete or rename anything on the tab, nothing, it's all grayed out. I'm not able to do anything. So once again, if we go back to Review and we hit Protect Workbook, that takes off the protection. But of course, what we want to do is we want to go to Protect Workbook and we want to use a password, of course. So if someone comes in and then they try to unprotect it, they're going to need the password. We're going to hit the password, hit OK, and now we're going to protect specific cells. Just a quick side note about the cells in Excel. All of the cells in Excel by default are locked. It may sound counterintuitive because why would they be locked if I can enter information, take out information, edit information? But if you highlight all of the cells and you click Control 1 to bring up the Format Cells dialog box, you will see that your cells are either locked or hidden. Now, in order to complete the next scenario, we're going to have to unlock some of these cells by highlighting them, Control 1, and unlock them in order to complete the next scenario. So, to protect specific cells in Excel, we would have to unlock all of the cells in Excel and lock the cells that we want to protect. Say, for instance, on this worksheet here, on this data set, we have all the information that we need except for these four guys right here. We need for them to enter their employee number, the item or the price of the item that they sold, and the quantity. Now, this has a formula, and we don't want anyone to mess with that formula. We don't want anyone to get rid of it or type over it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to unlock all of the cells. Say, for instance, we click Control 1, and that brings up the Format Cells dialog bar. We go to Protection. We can see that this cell is locked. We're going to cancel this. We're going to highlight all of the cells. Control 1. And we can see that all of the cells are locked. Now, in order to protect the specific cells, we're going to unlock all of the cells. Hit OK. And we're going to lock the cells that we want to protect. Control 1. We're going to lock that. Hit OK. And now we're going to protect the sheet. We're going to go to Review, Protect Sheet, and we're going to use a password. Confirm our password. Now, when John S., Abigail, Sam, and Suzanne gets this worksheet, all they need to do is put in their employee ID, price of the items that they sold, and the amount. Now, for instance, if they come here and they try to enter information here, they're going to get this error. The cell of the chart you're trying to change is on a protected sheet. So they can't change these specific cells right here. The only thing that they can modify is the employee name, the item, and the quantity. Now, in order to unprotect all of these cells again, we're going to hit Unprotect Sheet. OK. And now we're able to modify these cells. And before we complete this session, there are 3 ways you can go about protecting your worksheet. You can right-click on the tab, and you can go to Protect Worksheet here. You can go to Review, Protect Worksheet or Workbook. Or you can go to File, go to Info, Protect Workbook, and you have the same options here. So there are 3 ways that you can go about protecting your workbook. And once again, we want to say thank you. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this session. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment or anything that you would like to see us do. And once again, keep learning, never get comfortable. And until next time.